All right, what's up? You back with the big fella, Big Syke, the voice. Hey, with me, y'all. Right. Hey, listen. Today I want to touch on something a little bit more dear to heart, right? I want to give flowers to somebody, man, that's still behind that wall going through that struggle, that helped me out of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? I want to give flowers to Pretty B, man. You know what I'm saying? Pretty B from Southeast, man. If it wasn't for Pretty B, the love and the bid and everything that this journey that you've been going on with me, even making YouTube videos in the spot, right? Wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him. You know what I'm saying? Pretty B, when I was young, when I was over the jail back when I was younger, going through trials and all that type of stuff, Pretty B came back from the feds. He gave his time back. Pretty B got life. They sentenced Pretty B to die in jail. You see what I'm saying? So he came back to give his time back. When he got back up there, I'm hearing people like Pretty B back, Pretty B. He know the law. He know laws. He know, So I'm like, damn, maybe I could get him to help me with my laws, right? I went to him, and every youngin' over DC jail at that time would love for somebody to tell them how to get out of jail, but don't want to put no footwork in to get out of jail. You see what I'm saying? It was that slow for us, right? So, at the end of the day, I went to Pretty B. I asked him, I said, man, hey, you think you can help me with my case? Pretty B looked at me and said, first off, just because you hear that somebody's a good man. Now, Pretty B, everybody know Pretty B. Pretty B don't talk loud. He whispers, right? He got long dreads, right? That when he work out, he ties his dreads around his waist. After tucking them in his shirt, time around his waist. So B said, man, just because you hear that somebody's back up here to give time back doesn't mean that they're a good man. They could be coming back up here trying to tell them somebody because they didn't gave up. And I looked at him in the back of my head, I'm like, man, that's the real shit. You know what I'm saying? But he said, but I'm going to help you. I heard that you a good young nigga and I'm going to help you, all right? So here come Pretty B. Every day, Pretty B coming to my cell. Hey, what's up, man? I'm going to the law library. You going? Hey, what's up, man? You need some cases from the law library. Hey, what's up? I'm like, man, oh, man, he's starting to bother me too much with this shit, right? Like I said, I want to reap the benefits and reap the fruits of his labor. But B got my name. He like, man, give me your name, man. B start writing these letters. So the letters that B wrote me, while I'm running around doing everything else that I ain't supposed to be doing, going back and forth to the hole, B wrote these letters, and the letters were falling on deaf ears. The judge and the government never replied to my letter. So because they never replied to my letters, it was an automatic Monroe-Farrell violation. Long story short, I got a little older, got my GED, started reading cases, and found out that because of those letters and the judge and the government not replying to those letters, automatic reversal. I walked around. I filed my motion in 2014. I got convicted in 2009. They gave me my time in 2009. From 2009 to 2014, I walked around with the ability, with the one guaranteed way that I could have been home. And that's what a lot of young guys do in jail, man. A lot of young guys, first off, when they go to jail, they believe that, especially when you see something called a circumstantial case, right? Now, I'm gonna explain what circumstantial cases are. A circumstantial case is a case that, okay, I'm gonna give you what they explained to the jury at my trial. At my trial, they said it's something called the footprints in the snow theory. This is the theory. This is what they tell the jury to convict you of a case like this. And this is how this is the definition of the footprints in the snow theory. If you look outside and you see snow on the ground, right? And you don't see no mail, you don't see no footprints. But you come back later on and you see footprints in the snow, and you see mail at your front door, you don't have to see the mailman bring the mail to know that the mailman brought the mail. That's what I got convicted for murder for. I got convicted for murder because they said, nobody said they saw me kill anybody. But because a few of the witnesses said that they saw me chasing behind the guy and we disappeared and I was the last person with him, I got convicted of murder, man. I went to trial for first-degree murder. And I got found guilty on something called a lesser included offense. Now let me tell y'all the elements of murder for people that don't know. First, the highest level of murder you can have is something called felony murder. That's when you say, all you shiesty, look, I got my shiesty mask on, y'all. I'm protesting for the young niggas, man. Because ain't no way Murray Bowers is selling guns in Washington, D.C., but we can't wear a face mask. But listen, right? It's felony murder. Felony murder, if you go and you kidnap somebody, right? And you rob them, or you robbing somebody, and they refuse to give you the money, and you shoot him, pow, and he dies. That's felony murder. That's the highest level of murder you're going to get. If you get off your Aunt Lizzie and you go drug somebody, right, and to have sex with them, and that drug that you gave them stops their heart, right, for all you people that's playing with the Mickeys, and then all you people that like to put Molly in them girls' drinks or whatever, or honey even, and that person dies or has an allergic reaction and dies, what happens is you just killed somebody in a commission of a crime. You see what I'm saying? That's what felony murder is. Then you have first-degree murder. First-degree murder is murder that they say you had intentions to do. It's a murder with a motive, right? So if I go around saying, man, this nigga just stole my car, I'm gonna kill him, right? And then he winds up dead. Guess what? My motive is the reason why I killed him. So that's first-degree murder, right? And second-degree murder, right, is a motiveless murder. All they have to say that they know you did it. If a random stranger is walking down the street and he sees me blow somebody's head off or strangle somebody, or however you plan on, however, people kill people, what happens is they look at that, and that's called second-degree murder. They don't know why you did it, but they know you did it. You see what I'm saying? Then you have manslaughter, right? You got intentional manslaughter, where you drive in the car. You drive in the car and you hit somebody and they die. And you at fault. That's intentional manslaughter. This is vehicular manslaughter, but it's intentional manslaughter. Then you got manslaughter, say you get in a fight with somebody. He might have started the fight. Y'all fight. Boom, 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 boom. He falls, hits his head. That's manslaughter without intention. So then you got self-defense. You got, it's all kinds of, but to get back to what I was saying, y'all wouldn't have the bid to this day if it wasn't for Pretty B, man. Shout out to Pretty B. I'm making this YouTube video. I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe it, man, because I want y'all to immortalize the men behind those walls, man. It's something called a selfless act, man. Right? Him reading my case and knowing that I was a young dude that got trapped up in the system that he knew. He been down the road I was going down. He knew what was ahead of me, and he tried to stop that. When I was running around, man, the judge and the prosecutor wasn't replying to them letters. He thought I gave him the wrong name. He said, man, you sure this your lawyer name? The prosecutor and the judge. And I said, man, I'm positive. I had to pull out my little papers to show him that was the names. He's like, man, They ain't been replying. This is crazy. I ain't never seen them not reply. You know, railroad court, kangaroo court. You know what I mean? But I just want to say this, man. You know, free Pretty B, man. Free Pretty B, man. And for a lot of these older dudes, man, that's what needs to happen, man. A lot of you older dudes running around are not giving out game or giving out or trying to give these young dudes a helping hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Unselfishly. You know what I mean? Everything that y'all do has its own selfish intentions or motives behind it. I get it. Don't nobody want to do nothing for free. I get it. I understand. Trust me, I get it. Power on, right? But at least once in your life, man, before you get put to, because ain't nothing promised us but death. That's the promise. Once we are born, the only thing that you can bet your bottom dollar on, Jack, is dying. And before you die, Slim, if you or anybody else that hears this video, man, go out there and put in your selfless acts, man, before you leave this earth, man. Leave that impression on this earth, man. Leave an impression on this earth that Pretty B, who would have thought Big Syke would have had everybody loving him, right? Who would have thought that when I walk or go to clubs, everybody, Syke, say a woman, right? Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought I'd be doing this, right? Who would have thought I'd be the one? Because people my generation don't play with Instagram and YouTubes and all this shit, right? And I'm bridging that gap. I'm making it funny for the younger generation, but I'm still giving law, which the old generation sees. You know what I'm saying? So who would have thought it would be me? Who would have thought that God would have said, you know what? I want you to do it. I want you, the guy that been through everything you've been through. The guy that when you was younger felt like nobody wanted to hear what you had to say. Felt like you was the outcast. Felt like you was the oddball. Felt like you was the black sheep. I want you to be the one to talk to these people, man. Who would have thought? But you know, but I'm here and I'm him. And I got somebody that did a selfless act, man. You know, this Big Syke, man. Say it with me. Right. Till next time.